The mystery of the midnight music box. We finally captured what happened. It was an antique music box with a ballerina and a key that was in the shape of a crown. It had been in my family for generations, and every Christmas Eve, no matter where I was, I would always come home for the holidays. We would set it up on the piano and wind it up, and we would watch the ballerina dance as Christmas carols played. It was one of my favorite parts of Christmas. Well, this year I had just gotten engaged, and so my fiancé and I were spending our first Christmas together at his family's lake house. His family didn't have a music box, but they did have an antique shop filled with all kinds of things, including an old piano. So when I arrived, I told them about the music box and how much it meant to me, and they said that we could go through the shop and see if we could find something similar. We found a beautiful old music box with a ballerina, but it was missing the key. We couldn't find a key that fit, no matter how many antique stores we went to. But it was still pretty cool just looking at all the old, dusty music boxes. On Christmas morning, I opened the present that my fiancé's parents got me. It was a replica of the original music box key. They had found someone who had made an exact replica of it so that I could wind the music box. I was so excited, I ran to the piano and I started winding the music box. But then I realized that I didn't want to play Jingle Bells or Silent Night or any of the other Christmas carols that we usually played. I wanted to hear something different. I looked inside the music box and I saw that there was a small pen mark on the side of the keyhole. It looked like someone had put a pen in there and marked it at a certain point. I pulled the key out and I started winding it past that point. At first, nothing happened. I thought maybe I was crazy and I stopped. Then, all of a sudden, the music box began to play. I jumped back in surprise because the music box wasn't even plugged in. And then I noticed that the music it was playing wasn't any Christmas carol. It was a song that I had never heard before. It was a sad, mournful song, and it seemed to echo in my ears long after the music box stopped playing. After I had calmed down a little bit, I decided to try it again. I wound the key past the pen mark and waited. The same song started to play. I tried rewinding the key and starting over, but no matter what I did, I couldn't change the song. It was always the same sad song. Every time I wound the key, I felt a cold, horrible dread creep up my spine. And the more I tried to change the song, the worse I felt, like some dark evil thing was watching me, waiting for me to give up and accept whatever fate it had planned for me. Then I had an idea. Maybe the key just needed to be a certain way in order for the music box to play the sad song. So I turned off all of the lights in the room and sat down at the piano. I closed my eyes and reached for the key. As I wound the music box, I thought about all the people whose lives had been touched by this music box over the years. I wondered about their hopes and dreams, their loves and losses. And then I started to feel something. At first it was just a whisper, but then it grew louder and stronger until finally I could hear it clear as day. It was the music box playing the saddest song ever. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I tried to run, but my legs wouldn't move. I tried to hide, but there was nowhere to hide. And then the music stopped and everything went black. When I woke up, I was lying on the floor next to the piano. The music box was on the bench next to me and the key was in my hand. I looked around and I saw that the room was filled with fog. I struggled to my feet and I walked toward the window. The sun was shining in through the trees and the fog was gone. It was the most beautiful day ever, but I knew that the music box was waiting for me to wind it up again and play its song, and I knew that if I did, it would take me with it. So that is the story of the music box that plays by itself at midnight. Did you like it? If you want to hear another scary story, then check out the skinwalker who lived next door. Link in the description. And if you like this story and want to hear more stories like it, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.